The Chinese Foreign Ministry on Tuesday made Beijing's stance clear following the bill's passage.
Issues related to Tibet, Taiwan, and Hong Kong concern China's sovereignty and territorial integrity. They are China's internal affairs that allow no foreign interference. We urge the United States to stop meddling in our domestic affairs, refrain from signing the bills or implementing the negative contents and items in them that target China and undercut China's interests, so as to avoid further damaging overall bilateral relations.
On Monday, Congress passed the so-called Tibetan Policy and Support Act. It demands that Beijing grant Washington a consulate in the autonomous region of Tibet. The legislation also paves the way for sanctions against Chinese officials, whom the U.S. see as interfering in the succession of the Dalai Lama. Beijing has firmly opposed forces led by the Dalai Lama, blaming them for trying to achieve Tibet independence and splitting China. Another bill was also passed supporting participation in international organizations by the island of Taiwan, a move that Beijing strongly opposes under the One China principle. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo also announced additional visa restrictions on Chinese officials, whom the U.S. claims as responsible or complicit in human rights abuses. Beijing also condemned this move.
过去4年来，在蓬佩奥领导下，
Over the past 4 years, the United States government, under the orchestration of Pompeo, has been weaponizing its visa policy to impose various visa sanctions on Chinese individuals. It severely impedes regular people-to-people exchange and undercuts China-US relations. In response to the erroneous practice, China has lately imposed reciprocal sanctions on U.S. personnel who shoulder major responsibilities towards interfering in China's domestic affairs, harming Chinese interests, and undermining bilateral relations.
The spokesperson also urged the U.S. to retract these policies and withdraw the visa sanctions against Chinese individuals. Louis, CGTN.